When Victoria was shaken by the biggest earthquake in recorded history last year, it was felt by people hundreds of kilometres away. But its precise measurements were made by a network of dozens of seismometers stationed around the country. They're found everywhere, from the tops of mountains to the bottom of the ocean.
After a tune-up and a charge, this piece of equipment is being deployed to the bottom of Bass Strait. It's an ocean-bottom seismometer and could one day help pinpoint the location of earthquakes around Gippsland.
If there was an earthquake offshore or quite close to the coast, we'd have a greater ability to triangulate that location by adding these offshore and ocean-bottom instruments to the network.
The University of Melbourne operates more than 30 seismometers, but this is one of the first underwater machines in its network.
And it will connect to a couple of satellites. It's a newer technology, and we're kind of looking at expanding our network capabilities to not just be limited to onshore instruments.
It will sit at a depth of about 26 metres. But at Mount Best in South Gippsland, another device is almost 300 metres above sea level. This seismometer needs regular maintenance, so when a big quake hits, like it did in September, it can play a key part in locating the epicentre.
We are looking at getting really precise earthquake locations and really kind of drilling down into mapping events to local faults and really trying to figure out what's going on in detail.
For researchers, it's a chance to get a better understanding of why earthquakes occur in Victoria.
If you look at the classical plate tectonics theory, that explains earthquakes in plate boundary regions, but in the intraplate regions, there's no specific theory that explains earthquakes, and that's what we are trying to get at.
But despite all this work, they say precise earthquake forecasts with a time, place, and magnitude may never happen.
Well, if you take a place like California, there are so many earthquakes are occurring every 3 minutes. However, they still can't predict earthquakes. It's still a forecast, a probabilistic forecast.
Taking a deep dive to be as best prepared as possible. Peter Somerville, ABC News, Bass Strait.